I'm wearing my Oxygen Destroyer t-shirt for the occasion because it is my Godzilla collection video part 1. Let's get in to the King of the Monsters and have a look at part of my collection. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, as you see in the intro, Godzilla time. Godzilla is back, but this time I've brought my collection with me. And it's going to be split into 2 videos because I have not loads, but I have quite a bit of stuff. I don't know why I'm doing a northern accent for. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to start with the books first because they're like right here. So I've shown some of these, a couple of these off already in previous video, but we're just going to do it again because it's part of the collection. So I have this really cool Godzilla FAQ book. It claims that all that's left to know about the King of the Monsters, and it has tons of information. If you're a kaiju fan, I want to know more about Godzilla, this is a great book to get. It's got tons of information, some great images in here as well. I love this book. 2 pieces. It's got the awesome artwork for Godzilla vs. Biollante. Oh man, one of my favourite posters. One of my favourite Godzilla posters, man. Godzilla vs. Biollante. It's so fucking killer, man. It's just got some great high quality pictures like that. Tons of information throughout the whole history of Godzilla, from Brian Solomon, whoever you are. You've done a great job on this book. I think it's fantastic, and it's got tons of information. When did it come out? Let's have a look quickly. Let's have a little butchers. So yeah, 2017 has come out, so it's fairly recent. Pick it up, mate. It's so good. Like, it's a great book. Tons of information, like I said. It's a good one. Next up, we have Godzilla Awakening, a graphic novel. It's kind of a companion piece to the Godzilla 2014 movie from Legendary Pictures. This was kind of like a precursor to the film in some regard, but yeah, it's got great artwork. That cover art is incredible. It has amazing, just amazing. Just like, look at the colors and look at the artwork. Like, just incredible imagery, I think, in this comic. And like, you got my boy Godzilla, my boy, looking just badass. So yeah, that's Godzilla Awakening. Great graphic novel if you love the Legendary Pictures films. Next up, I've shown this before, but I'm going to show it again. Atomic Dreams and the Nuclear Nightmare, the making of Godzilla 1954. Obviously, Godzilla 1954 is my favourite film of all time, and I had to get this as a great companion piece to the film. It is packed with just so much information that it almost makes my head blow. Almost makes my head explode, but yeah, incredible book. I recommend it to fans of film in general. You might not even be a Godzilla fan, but I recommend this book because it goes into such depth of how they achieved a lot of the great practical effect work in this film. They go into so much detail and it's fantastic. So yeah, check this book out. It's brilliant. Next up is a film that I don't think anyone likes, but I think it's an okay film, but not a very good Godzilla film, as you probably can see already. But yeah, Making of Godzilla 98. A cool little book that I just kind of didn't really buy to read. I just bought just to add to the collection. Sometimes I do that. I'll see something that I'm not necessarily interested in reading, but I'm just interested just to owning it. But yeah, it's cool. It's got some cool little pictures in there and stuff. But yeah, it's just the Making of Godzilla 98. Still love that poster. I still love it. Next up, we have The Art of Destruction, a book of the art of Godzilla 2014. This is a massive book with some massive imagery. I can't really do this justice on camera because it's so huge. A great coffee table coffee table. Look at the awesome images from of the Mutos. I keep hitting my goddamn desk. I do apologise to headphone users, which is mostly probably everyone. Yeah, it's got some great images. I'm trying to find a specific, cause it's got like a cool little fold out bit that shows I can't even talk today. It's got a really cool fold out piece that really shows off the different designs they had for Godzilla, and some of them are more kind of reptile. Like some of the designs are really cool. Like, yeah, he looks cool there, but like some of else he looks even better. Like there, he looks pretty badass there. I think some of the designs, it got more of a classic look there. Some of these concept designs are really cool in this book, and I think it's definitely a book. If you're a fan of like concept art and stuff like that, I think this is definitely a book to get. And obviously, I got a sequel for the sequel, Godzilla 2014. I got King of the Monsters art book, The Art of King of the Monsters. Another great, just my word, like some of the artwork in this is outstanding. Look at that. Fucking hell, man. I'm losing my mind, and I've already looked at this book before, but I'm already losing my mind again. Yeah, it's got some incredible artwork. Like, how good is that? That is immense. So yeah, if you want some more amazing fucking imagery, Godzilla imagery based on the 2019 King of the Monsters movie, this is the book to get. Great companion pieces to the movies, I think. I do like when you get these making ofs or these art for the films. I think it goes into so much behind the scenes, and I love films beyond watching films. I love the whole process. The whole process of making films fascinates me, and when it shows off concept ideas and art, I just think it's great. So that's my books. I'm gonna go into the Blu-ray and DVDs. We're gonna start off with Godzilla 98. Godzilla 98, standard Blu-ray, not as bad as people tell it to say it is. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I saw this in the cinema and I was absolutely losing my shit as a massive nerd. Yeah, this has got like loads of Easter eggs for Godzilla fans that harken back to the original Japanese films. They talk about, oh, we've developed a new weapon, we're going to call it the Oxygen Destroyer, and they drop it into the sea. It's not as cool as the original Oxygen Destroyer, because the original Oxygen Destroyer is fucking badass. When they... I'm losing my train of thought because I'm so excited to talk about this. The final act in this movie is excellent. But when they resurrect Godzilla with the nuclear bomb and he comes out and they say Godzilla's nuclear whatever is peaking, I'm like, no, they're not going to do it. No way. And they did, and he comes out as Burning Godzilla. And if you know me, Burning Godzilla is my favourite Godzilla design. So when he comes out as Burning Godzilla, I'm like, oh my god, yeah! Burning Godzilla! Yeah! I was losing my shit a little bit when he comes out and he's Burning Godzilla. Hell yeah! And I think I was the only one to stay for the post-credit scene, and they tease a a mecha King Ghidorah, which is interesting. Don't care about the humans in the film. I think the humans just, I don't care about their plight, about their whole plot line. But when it comes to monster action, it kicks all kinds of ass. So yeah, love this one. Next up we have, I got Godzilla 2014. One of my favourite Godzilla films ever. It was the one that kind of sparked and you sent me down into this spiral of Godzilla madness. I think it has the perfect balance of building suspense and building anticipation of Godzilla's arrival, and when he does arrive, it's magnificent. I think the human characters are likable. I do kind of like I think the human story is compelling enough to really kind of drive this movie. And I know a lot of critics and a lot of fans of this film complain that, you know, Godzilla's not in it for very long. and it takes like 45 minutes or to an hour for him to even arrive. But I think the pacing is just right for this film, and I feel when it does arrive, it is a, you know, the impact of that moment is huge. And I think they got the look for this film great. I think they got the look for Godzilla, you know, bang on for the first time when it comes to a Western interpretation of this property. I think he looks better in 2014 than he does in 2019's one. In King of the Monsters, I feel his head looks a bit small, but I think he's a chunky boy in this one, but I think he looks the part. He looks intimidating, and it has the coolest fucking kill ever in a film. It just takes one of the mutos, opens his mouth, and just like vomits atomic breath down the fucking muto's throat, and it is so badass. It's so cool. I was losing my shit. So yeah, I love this film. It's in my top 3 of favourite Godzilla films of all time. I love it, and I think if you watched it and didn't like it, I think it deserves another shot. Next up, we have King Kong vs Godzilla, the first that would usher in the classic versus movies that we all the Godzilla fans have all come to know and love. This was the first. I know you have Godzilla Raid again, which kind of was the first kind of like two monsters fighting. You had Anguirus versus Godzilla, but this was the first film to really kind of have a title of, you know, versus King Kong versus Godzilla. Really fun movie. Notorious for having the worst Kong suit of all time. He looks like a drunken ape in this. It's hilarious. But I just think this is a fun film. I think everyone could enjoy something about this movie. The reason why I really want to get the Criterion collection, because it has the original Japanese cut of this, which I want to see, because I think all the Western versions that you can get only have the English dub, which is not the best. So I'm looking forward to pick up the Criterion collection solely to watch this film in Japanese, because I think that's how it was meant to be intended. But yeah, King Kong vs Godzilla is a fun movie that I really enjoy, and I think people could enjoy it. Yeah, it's crazy fun. I'm going to do these as a 3-pair because they're a trilogy. I have the anime trilogy, the Netflix anime trilogy. These are bootlegs because you can't buy them officially anywhere else. They're not very good. They're alright. They go a bit too sci-fi for me. I'm looking forward to the new series next year, Godzilla Singular Points. It looks like it's going to be a more traditional Godzilla story and a more of a traditional Godzilla property. This went too hard sci-fi for my liking, and I don't think I'm the only one to think that when it concerns this anime trilogy. It just wasn't engaging in my opinion. But you know, I got these bootlegs solely because I wanted to own them. As soon as an official release comes, I'll be throwing these in the bin and I will be getting the official releases. Next up is a UK release of the Godzilla series. This is just a 3-episode DVD. Some would argue the 3 best episodes, the Monster Wars trilogy. You know, I think it's undeniable that this TV show is leaps and bounds better than the Godzilla 98 movie, obviously clearly based on the 98 movie. I quite adore this animated series. I think it's fantastic. It takes Godzilla back to his roots, where he literally fights other monsters, and I think that's what they should have done that in the 98 film, but they didn't. They make him more of an unstoppable killing machine, and they give him his atomic breath back, which is always welcome. And everything that the 98 movie got wrong, this corrected, and I think it's fantastic. And obviously this is just a 3-episode DVD with the most fondly remembered part of the series. But yeah, it's just great. Obviously spoke about this before numerous times. Favourite film of all time, Godzilla 1954. The Criterion collection is probably the best version to pick up. I was going to get the Blu-ray, but it's region 8 only, unfortunately. I don't have a multiplayer, so I just got the DVD instead. But as soon as I do have the funds to pick up a multiplayer, I will be getting the Region A Blu-rays of everything Godzilla. So that's the one thing that I don't have yet, is Godzilla Blu-rays of the more traditional Japanese films. But yeah, Godzilla 1954 Criterion Collection. It's a great release. I highly recommend it. I think it's the release you should gun for if you want to watch this film in the best possible way, because I think it's the best release so far. Obviously, I have another version of Godzilla 1954. This is the BFI UK release. It's pretty a standard release. It's got a nice kind of matte box. Just a standard standard DVD. Sorry. It's pretty decent enough. I think it's pretty good. I like it. I think it's decent. So if you can't get that, this is dirt cheap now. So it's a worthwhile version. Next up is another one of my favourite Godzilla films. It's the film that started the Heisei era, which is Godzilla 1984, also known as The Return of Godzilla. He is just straight up evil in this film, and I think it's just a great reimagining of. It sort of is a reimagining of the first movie. It's kind of almost a pseudo remake. In Japan it came out and it was just called Godzilla, so it's kind of acting as a remake to the original film, and it's obviously 30 years later, so it's the 30th anniversary of that first original movie. But yeah, this one's really cool. He looks super evil in this. One of my favourite Godzilla designs ever. He looks amazing, and the film is fantastic. Practical effects are incredible. This is when the Heisei series is when things started to get more grounded, more dark, more realistic, and the practical effects and the suits became more consistent. And I just think he looks the business in this. Next up, I've already spoken about this, but I imported the entire series of the Godzilla animated series from America, Region 1 DVD collection. Across 4 discs. Yeah, like I said, a great animated series. Corrects everything the 98 movie got wrong and made Godzilla more Godzilla, basically. It's great. Next up is Shin Godzilla on Blu-ray, a film that I don't love nowhere near as much as a lot of the fandom do. I thought this was kind of a slog to get through. I'm not really much of a fan on the Godzilla design. I'm sure he looks like he's kind of like a zombie, zombified Godzilla, I suppose. That's how I would describe his design in this. But it's probably my least favourite design. I don't like his design in this at all. I thought the film was kind of boring. A lot of boardroom kind of like conversations, a lot of political bullshit in this film. And I mean, when you get Godzilla just wrecking shit, it's amazing. It looks fantastic. The visuals in this are amazing. As far as I'm aware, this is the first Godzilla film to feature a full CGI Godzilla. They didn't go with suitmation in this. I hope they don't go CGI going forward. I hope Toho revert back to the classic suit designs, because I think the suitmation is incredible and it's a forgotten art. But yeah, Shin Godzilla is okay. I don't think it's as amazing as a lot of people say. I thought it was quite boring. The only thing that saves it are the Godzilla carnage scenes that everyone goes to see Godzilla for, so I suppose that's for it. But it's got to be in the collection, doesn't it? So here it is. Yeah. I'm going to do this as a bunch, as I've already done a video on this before. But yeah, the Eastern Eye Godzilla box sets. You get the majority of the films in these, and they're great for like, you know, new fans to start and to enter the franchise. These are great for that. They're cheap enough. They're fairly easy to find on eBay, and I recommend them. You get all eras. You don't get every film in the franchise, but you get the majority of them, the ones that kind of are the better films in my opinion. But yeah, Millennium era, Heisei era, which is my favourite era of Godzilla, Showa Classics Volume 2, and of course Showa Classics Volume 1. Really good box sets. I really recommend these. They are great if you want to enter yourself into the franchise and discover them for the first time. These are a great entry point, in my opinion. Last but not least, in my first part of my Godzilla collection, this is part 1, part 2 is coming soon. I have something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. There is a dedicated video for this box set on the channel. I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, Godzilla, the Tokuhou Masters collection, is a beautiful box set that is super out of print and is something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. It comes with a 2-disc version of Ghidorah 954. What's that? Yeah, Godzilla Raid again. As far as I'm aware, this is the only way that I know of that I could get a region 1 version of Godzilla Raids again on DVD. I wouldn't have been able to get it otherwise. So this box set really helped me kind of fill out my collection in a really positive way. Then we have Mothra versus Godzilla. Great introduction to the two characters colliding together. Right, then we have Ghidorah, the 3-headed monster, the original film to introduce Ghidorah into the franchise. Great film. We have Terra of Godzilla, a really good sequel to Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. It's not a favourite of mine. I still prefer the original, but that's in the collection. It's great. What's this one? Ooh. All Monsters Attack. Some people would argue this is one of the worst Godzilla films of all time. I've not seen it, so I can't comment right away, but we will see in time whether I think the same as the majority of the fandom. But yeah, apparently it's not good, apparently, from what I've seen from the fandom. But yeah, I do love these cases. I haven't mentioned them yet, but like I said, there's a full video on the channel, and I will the full unboxing and more in-depth video on the channel, and I will link it in the description below. And then we have Invasion of the Astro Monster, which I've not seen, that I don't know nothing about, so that's interesting. But yeah, that is the Tokuhou Masters collection, and that's it for part 1 of my Godzilla collection. But as always, hit that like button, because it's the best way to help this channel grow, is that like button. The more likes I get, the more YouTube kind of spreads my videos around, so that really helps. If you'd like to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button. It helps out a ton. You know, it's so nice to see my subscribers kind of climbing and seeing more people engage. It just means the world to me. So everyone that's subscribed recently over the last week or so, thank you so much. It means so much to me. Look out for my Godzilla collection part 2 video coming very soon. As always, I've been Jason, and I am out. Blue and red, blue and red, blue and red.